What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share the video. Hit the join button and become a member. Why? Well, members get exclusive content. Hit the bell icon on my channel so that you'll receive a notification every time that I drop a video, and you can go and check the video out, leave a comment, excuse me, and leave a like if you support me, support the content, support the Go Up movement, just stay free people movement. This is part 2 of the whites attack milk, and now the Hoovers respond. Well, before I get into it, let me say a couple of people left comments. So I'll just have to say this because a couple of people left comments. And one was trying to be funny, but the other one was genuine when he said that I'm using the word animus wrong, that I'm meaning to use the word animosity, but I keep saying animus, and so I keep saying it, so he just had to say something, and that he just thought that I should know. And he spelled it A-N-I-M-O-U-S. If you're looking for that in the dictionary, that's probably why you can't find it. It's A-N-I-M-U-S. It is a word, animus. It has a two-pronged meaning. One is to motivate, and the other is ill feelings. But I thank you for the comment. But animus is a word that I'm not meaning to use the word animosity. I am meaning to use the word animus. Part 2 is not that long. It didn't take a lot of plotting and planning to respond. It's just real simple. Now, for those who do not know, and I'm not being funny here, some may not realize when I say that Milk was attacked because he was claiming a black gang. For people who don't realize what I'm trying to say, it's just that the whites were upset that he is a white person that is not one of them, that is not being white, acting white, that is not a white supremacist, that he's a white person hanging around blacks, eating with blacks from a black gang, dating black women, living with blacks on the street, what have you. These are racist people. They're not happy with this. And so they're upset with Milk. And I guess when dude said that he ran the module, maybe he meant that. Because, again, the very next day, they attacked. They did attack Milk. And the blacks got involved, as I said, and a fight ensued out there on the roof. Okay. Now, when they return from the roof, the word immediately gets out that Milk from Hoover was just attacked on the roof by the whites. They sent kites around to Groove Mac and Porky and Forloke and Trey Soldier, and people were talking about it out on the tier. Hey man, they just attacked Milk. They just attacked Milk. So the homies are getting the word. I was on the 4,000 floor, and I got word within an hour. Immediately, we got word as to what had just transpired down there on the 2,000 floor. Okay, fine. We're about to attack the woods as well. Really, it was just like one wood in our entire module on the 4,000 floor. It just wasn't that deep, but they had a few of them down there on the 2,000 floor because, as I said, 6 of them attacked Milk. Well, once the homies got the word, they sent out word amongst one another. It's on site with the white boys. If you are a Hoover and you see a white boy anywhere, in the visiting area, in the chow hall, in church, you attack them immediately. That was the word. Fine. You have the right group of people there to carry out said attacks. as fate would have it, the next day, after they attacked Milk, they ran day room. They rarely run day room, just like they rarely run roof. Though the white boys there may not understand the depth of their actions, though they may not understand the gang and the member of the gang that they just attacked. Though they may be blind to it, the police certainly know in the Los Angeles County Jail who the Hoovers are. They know them as a group, as a whole, and individually. They all knew Porky and what he was about. They all know Trey Stone. Indeed, they all knew who I was. And they know the Hoovers as a whole. Baby Porky was also there in the Los Angeles County Jail. They knew who we all were. They knew who our opposition was. They knew the fights that we were having, the stabbings, and etc. So they knew, certainly, though the Woods may not have known, that there was going to be an immediate response. The police knew this. So for them to run day room the next day, perhaps they were just thinking, let's just get this over with. They knew there were Hoovers right there in the module that were going to respond. And they called over the microphone, get ready for day room, get ready for day room. And certainly the Hoovers put a smile on their faces and said, ooh, whip-de-doo, we're going to have a chance to respond immediately. As a whole, as a group, the ones who are there and can make it to the day room. And so the word went out when they called day room. Grab anything that you can find and use as a weapon and enter the day room. Yes, this is a bloody response. And so, well, they entered the day room and no words were exchanged. Nothing was said. It was Porky, Baby Groove Mac, and Forlow. Trey Stone, at this juncture, had not made it to the day room. Couldn't get there. And they attacked. It was 2 or 3 Woods there in the day room. And the Woods had braced themselves, certainly knowing what was coming. I don't know if they knew the extent of what was coming. They just knew that a response had to be performed. And they attacked the Woods, and one of them had a makeshift weapon. And yes, a Wood, well, he was hit, he was stabbed. And not only that, they picked up crates that they had inside of the day room that you use to carry the juices and the milk for lunch and dinner, and smashed the Woods upside the head with the crates. Yes, the two to three Woods that were there in the day room left out leaking. One with puncture wounds and head wounds from the crate, and the others with head wounds from the crate and from fists and feet and elbows and anything else they can find to attack the Woods. They left out leaking, and they left out leaking pretty bad. And what's more is that they gave Porky and Groove Mac and Folo cases for this. And they charged them with a hate crime. It's true. They charged Porky and Groove Mac for attacking the Woods with a hate crime. They didn't charge the Woods with anything for attacking Milk. They didn't charge them with a hate crime, even though he's white and they were white. They attacked them over race because they said he was trying to be black. But they didn't charge them with a hate crime. In fact, I don't think they got any charges whatsoever. They charged Porky and Groove Mac with assault and with a hate crime. They end up taking a deal because once you put a hate crime charge on there, that's a special circumstance, an enhancement. And they end up taking a deal, both of them, for a few years, 4-5 years, Groove Mac and Porky, added on to the time that they had already caught for all of the robberies that they had. After that, they moved Milk down to 2800. And not long after, a couple of weeks or so, I moved from the 2000 floor down to 2800. People are also asking in the comments, when was I there? What year was this with Milk? This had to have been 2014. Could have been early 2015, but I believe it was late 2014. We were on Able Row in about cell 8 or so, cell 8 or cell 9. Me, Milk, I moved from the 4000 floor. They put me in the cell. It was Milk, the homie Forloke from 7-4, and B-Rock, rest in peace, from Inglewood family. We were all in the cell together. Porky was next door. Trey Stone was down a tier. Yes. And Milk will tell you that when I got in the cell, though I already known, of course, what had happened, Milk was explaining it to me, and I became very angry, incensed, outraged, hearing it come from him, his own mouth, what had transpired out there on the roof. And Milk will tell you that I got on a cell door, on the bars. There was a Southsider right there because I felt like the Southsiders, I wasn't sure how they felt about it. And I said it loud enough so all the woods on the tier could hear. And I said, if anyone else put their hands on Milk, someone is going to die. That's what I said. Milk reminded me of that the other day. He said, man, remember you got on the bar and said, man, somebody else put their hands on Milk, somebody's going to die. I said, yeah, man, I do remember saying that. And I meant it. I was pissed at that time when he told me how it all went down. But that's what happened. They got off on Milk. They did, out there on the roof. The very next day, the homies responded, caught the Woods in the day room. We didn't go on lockdown. They didn't go on lockdown. After they attacked Milk, they ran day room the next day. No lockdown. And they went in the day room, and as I said, hit the Woods upside the head with crates and etc. And coming up, I'm going to tell you about a squabble that Milk had in Wayside. Actually, it was 2 fights inside of the dorm. Yes, 2 oppositions. Milk squabbled them. He also packed out a dude from Rolling Honeys in the county jail with the homie Baby Deuce Star. It was Milk and Baby Deuce Star. They packed him out. Yeah. It happened. This really happened with Milk. So that's what happened. They attacked. The response was rapid. It was immediate. It was bloody because they were angry. The homies were angry that they would dare try that. But as I said, it wasn't just because they were Woods trying something like that. Whoever would have packed out a homie, a Hoover, the response would have been immediate. It has to be in that sort of situation in order for you to save face, maintain your reputation. If not, there will eventually be hell to pay if you don't respond and your homie is packed out. That's not good. So they responded and had to respond immediately, and they did. And the response, well, it was ugly. And that was that. I'll be back in a minute. In the meantime, stay free, people.